humans, and welcome to a new episode of Psicoactivo. As I am getting ready for tomorrow's space with Dr. Jose de la Cruz Rios, I have been analyzing from a distance the output of information from different media outlets, prominent people in the UFO community, or people from inside different social media who have a presence in the community. I was trained in media analysis where I went to college, and from that moment onward, I learned how to discern the leaning of any outlet that I analyze. So I came to realize, first of all, I came in kind of naively, to be honest with you. I still kind of think I am uninformed about a lot of things. I haven't been in this space for a while, but I came in thinking that we were all supposed to be walking towards the same goal together. And I realized that's not the case. Never mind the problems in the 80s when the UFO community of researchers was infiltrated and it was fractured. I still happen to think, and I spoke to Danny Sheehan about this, that this Operation Mockingbird that was uncovered decades ago, it didn't really change much. It was discovered, the name was discovered, but Danny Sheehan told me that he believes it just changed names. And I happen to agree with Danny. I also think that the provenance of social media and big tech is very questionable. Nothing is telling me that this wasn't somehow created as a tool by intelligence agencies to keep control of the population, because I think that's entirely possible. And when I came in here, I did realize that there are multiple groups from people who actually are seeking for the truth. I'm not talking about just people who believe UFOs are real. I'm talking about people who wonder what the hell is going on. And people like me who in 2017 and moving forward realized that these objects actually exist and that the government is acknowledging that they're real and they don't know what they are. I think that from that moment forward, one would think that people who want to get to the truth, and believers alike, would look at each other and go, okay, let's try and see what's happening. Let's try to find out the truth. But no, there's division as it's happening with everyone. And I'm doing this video because we're about to experience a presidential debate between former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. And earlier I was talking to Christian about the possibility that a UFO question was potentially going to be asked. And we both agreed that it's kind of a low percentage of possibility that it will. Probability, more like. But I want to shed light in something that I think it's more important than that, which is how your political leanings are contaminating the UFO topic. Because congresspeople last year made us think that they were working together towards that goal, getting to know the truth. And as the election season started approaching, we started realizing that maybe it was all just a big fat lie. Because Those who have leanings towards the left and those who have leanings towards the right are already starting to criticize the other side while talking about the UFO topic. Because I get that they want to keep uh, pushing their own agendas and their platforms, but when you're being asked a question about the topic in front of a camera from either a podcaster or a news outlet, and you start attacking other people who were part of these hearings, or even are trying to get to the bottom of this as well, but are on the other side of the aisle, that tells me that maybe you didn't really have transparency in mind. Maybe this political bias has already penetrated the whole community, because it's not just happening between politicians. I want you to know, it's also happening, especially in America, within the communities, within social media. They're fighting each other. They're accusing each other of some of the stupidest shit that I've seen and I've heard in a while, and they're slandering each other, saying lies about each other, and I think we're losing focus, people. We need to. Maybe it's because I'm an outsider. I'm Mexican. Politics here is pretty straightforward. They're either controlled by major corporations or the cartels. That's it. But in America, it's very different. It's an ideology war. It's also kind of a religious war, and it is already permeated into the UFO topic, and I think it's a bad idea. So I see people that I like from both political spectrums going into rants or attacking each other or accusing each other with politically charged accusations. And all I can think is, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Don't, please don't do that. It's really affecting the topic, and I think it's really dangerous because that alone, right there, it just needs like a little spark to make it all go away again. And let me just put you an example. What do you think some of the most important people in the UFO topic in history, Dr. John Mack, Dr. Stanton Friedman, people who are no longer with us, who gave up their entire lives to get to the truth, what do you think they would be saying right now if they saw this stupid behavior? Just tell me. Because I think this is being done on purpose. Obviously, I don't know how it's happening or who is perpetrating it, but I don't think it's a coincidence that as we approach the elections, this is getting ramped up, and people are fighting even more than before. And politicians who are in this topic are accusing each other of stuff uh, that is politically charged. And I just, I don't know. I just want to know if you think this could be true. If you think, for example, Operation Mockingbird simply changed names and it evolved into other kinds of media, such as social media. I think so. As I'm about to tell you and show you, Danny Sheehan seems to think so. Here's Danny. Do you think Operation Mockingbird, for example, didn't actually end and they just changed the name? What do you do when that comes to you? How do you identify what's misinformation and disinformation?
Well, that's a great question, but they did not stop the Project Mockingbird. The fact that it got revealed, and that they during the church committee hearings back in 75 and 76, at that time they identified 42 specific, deeply embedded CIA national security people inside the major media, and that they're still those kind of people there. They have them now as their national security reporters. They call them that. They've got an official name for them, and that gives them liaison into the national security information, so that they can get good sources. But the cost of that compromise is that they agree not to reveal certain kind of things. So they're participating in maintaining the national security state.
So yeah, before the presidential debate starts, I want you guys to think about this. Even if the question about UFOs is asked, even if it creates, I don't think it will, but fingers crossed, But even if it is asked, whatever they answer, I want you guys to think about the communities you are part of currently. And I want you guys to identify the people who are trying to politically charge the topic. And yes, I think it's healthy to respectfully call it out. Because I think those people are the ones that are going to out themselves as instigators and people who are perpetuating this division. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I think it's important that we remain vigilant and we don't lose focus of what's really going to help us change this whole situation. Because as you guys know, the world superpowers and the mainstream media are working together to feed that war machine that is actually a ticking time bomb. And we're running out of time, guys. That's the reality. So think about that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Twitter space with Dr. De La Cruz Rios. I hope to see you there. The link to the space is on my Twitter. It's at Pavel Ibarrameda or at Psicoactivo Pod. And I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. Do you agree that politics is starting to, not starting, but it has been contaminating the topic for a while now? What do you think can be done in order to change that? And what are you doing within your own community to either call that out or try to convince people who are engaging in this behavior to stop and focus on what's important? What are you doing? So thank you for the comments. You guys are being great. We're forming a really, really nice community, very positive, and I am very, very grateful for everything you guys are telling me. This gives me more motivation to keep going and to keep doing what I'm doing. I know I will make mistakes along the way. I'm human, but I'm gonna try and keep listening to you guys because you're the guys that are driving this, not me. So yeah, if you like what you see, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you want to help out in any other way, I dropped the PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee links on the description too. I'll eventually open a Patreon. I did a poll where the majority of people said that I can open a Patreon, but I don't want to open it just yet because I don't think that's enough people for me to leave my current day job yet. So I'm going to wait a little bit until the channel grows just a little bit more, and then I'll let you guys know. So without further ado, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the interview. Bye-bye.